will be right there. Okay, I'm just trying to find my tea, people. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Make sure my light's okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Tea with Annie. And you will notice in time that the louder I get, the more tired I am. Welcome. This is a very interesting Tuesday. I am very sleepy, but of course I have my tea with me. And today I'm having a yummy cocoa mint. I mean, we're saying goodbye to the winter. Today is the last winter Tuesday tea. It all started, I believe, in the winter, so I'm really happy that we're closing a season together. And yeah. I wanted to show you my mug. I don't know if you were able to read it straight, but it says wild and free, and that is the energy that I need today to get through my day. And because of the need of this energy is that I bring to you the topic of today, okay? So today I want to talk to you about the big difference between self-care and procrastination. Because we all know that there's a thin line there, you know, there's that little moment when you can easily go from having a moment of self-care to wasting 5 hours of your day. Or does that only happen to me? Because it happened to me yesterday, honestly. And that is why I feel it is important that we talk about this, we know ourselves in this topic, we figure out how it works for us, and I'll give you today the big difference between those two things and how you can be more productive regardless of maybe one day falling off the wagon and just staying in procrastination. And whoever's watching, say hello in the comments because I can't see you. Okay, so let's talk about what procrastination is. I've talked about it before, but I really think that it's important to land it in the context of self-care and productivity, okay? So procrastination is just the act of wasting your time in activities that are not productive. That's how I define it. Some people might have a more dictionary-like definition, but to me it's just the waste of my time in activities that are not productive. Okay, so what is self-care? Self-care is the act of caring for yourself, okay? So I remember I was doing this talk a couple of weeks ago at a business here in Des Moines, and we were talking about the importance of and I was saying, please do not self-love yourself into mediocrity. In this day and age, we've heard so much from the gurus that you need to take care of yourself, that you need to take time for yourself, and trust me, they are right. But there is a moment when your mind plays a trick on you, and a moment of self-care turns into a day of procrastination or a week of procrastination, which is not bad, and I will tell you why later. But the important thing is for you to keep one thing in mind. So here is the big difference between self-care and procrastination. Here's where the line is drawn, and here's what you want to keep in mind when it comes to how you spend your time. Okay, so we're talking about productivity here and the act of really making every moment count for you. So the difference between self-care and procrastination, the place where the line is drawn is simple. The purpose. Okay, so what is the purpose of the activity that you are doing? So when I was at this meeting, when I was at this event and talking about goals and not self-loving yourself into mediocrity, the owner of the establishment asked me, okay, so what if I step away from people and I self-care because I need it. And I told her that is perfectly fine because it's part of your business strategy. She's a business owner and she's making wellness and self-care part of her strategy so she doesn't go batshit crazy. Now, the problem is when you start doing things because you feel like you need it, because you feel tired, you feel emotionally drained, and that is when we turn into procrastination. So what happens is that instead of making self-care part of our success plan, instead of making self-care part of our daily life to foster the feeling of balance, because balance is just really a feeling, we let ourselves fall into the emotional drain. We let ourselves fall into a need to rest, and that is when procrastination turns into. Because when you need to rest, your body is going to take as much of it as possible. When you rest with a purpose, when you rest because you want to be more productive tomorrow or because you need it now just to make sure that things get done later, that is when self-care can turn into procrastination. When you are acting from emotion rather than reason, because our gift as human beings is the ability to reason. Self-care is an act of reasoning. Procrastination is an emotional act. And when we let our emotions take over, that's where we waste a shit ton of time. And let me tell you one thing. Emotions are not fact. The fact that you feel something does not mean that that's an absolute for you or that it has to be an absolute. So you don't have to let it take over your life. So I'm going to tell you the very sad story of my procrastination this weekend. Okay? So hold on, because this is what happens when you don't build a space for self-care in your routine. So as you all know, I have a personal routine that I completely neglected last week. Actually, I've neglected it for 2 weeks because I've been really busy. I've been in the grind. The master class is going on. I've been creating content, and I'm going to tell you about the master class later. So I've been really, really tired. I've been nonstop creating, nonstop talking to my assistant, nonstop talking to my team, and I just didn't make any space for self-care in the past 2 weeks. So what happened? Friday arrived. I had a blast with my friends at CrossFit, and then on Saturday I was pooped. I mean, when I say I was pooped, I mean that I wasted Saturday and Friday reading stupid little novels because I did not want my brain to function. I drove myself to a point of exhaustion where I thought that I needed a level of self-care that what I want in life does not sustain. Okay? So make sure you listen to this very clearly. Make sure that the life that you want in life, the life that you want for yourself, the future that you want for yourself sustains the level of self-care that you are giving to yourself. So, what do I mean by this? It means that whenever you want something, you need to start acting accordingly now. So when I look at my future, I look at a future in which self-care is a daily act. That is why my morning routine is so important to me. That is why my morning tea is so important to me. Because that's the moment when I really practice self-care. Now, when I stop doing those things, I enter into procrastination because I start resenting my work. I start resenting the fact that, oh my God, I have to send this emails. I have to call these people. So I didn't want to work this weekend at all. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't feel like it. The thing is that when you do things because you feel like it, then you are leaving room for procrastination to enter and ruin everything. So here is what I have to say about how to catch yourself in a procrastination moment or in a self-care moment in case that you don't know the difference. So it's a very simple exercise, and you just have to ask yourself a question. A lot of people ask themselves, why am I doing this, okay? And that is the wrong question to ask. Because when you ask why, you are looking for a reason to keep doing it, right? You are looking for the validation. You're looking for the thing that motivated you to start doing it in the first place. Why is a question of the past. It's not a question of the present. It's not a question of the future. So what I want you to do when you find yourself feeling a little bit, off in your self-care practice, or you find yourself procrastinating, you need to ask yourself, what am I doing this for? Okay? What am I doing this for. That is it. That is the purpose. That is what's going to make a difference into a whole day wasted reading stupid novels. Guilty. Or you taking care of yourself in a way that serves your vision. Your vision is the answer to that, what am I doing it for? And if when you ask yourself, what am I doing it for? And that answer is not conducive to your vision, then you are most likely procrastinating. If you're not doing something to invigorate you, to empower you, to really make you feel awesome about the life that you're building, and you're just wasting time, then you have lost, hey Shanacy, then you are losing, you are wasting time. So when you are wondering whether you're procrastinating or you're exercising self-care, the answer is very simple. It's a question. You ask yourself, what am I doing this for? And if the answer is not your vision, it's not the idea of you invigorating yourself to create that vision, it's not something that's moving you towards that vision, then you need to redesign whatever it is that you're doing. You need to course correct, because what you're doing is not getting you closer to where you want to be. And if it's not getting you closer to where you want to be, why the fuck are you doing it? Shannon C knows the phrase, don't self-love yourself into mediocrity. The whole idea that you are doing something because you love yourself, but then it makes you feel icky and yucky at the end, it's not self-love. If you are not pushing yourself to be 100% in, then you are not fulfilling your potential. Every time you give yourself the excuse, and I'm not talking about hustling and grinding, people. I'm talking about purposeful action. Every time you give yourself an excuse to not be present in the creation of your vision, you are wasting precious time. Trust me, I did not want to do this video today. I wanted to come into the group, come into the Facebook page and write, hey guys, I feel a little sick today. I'm going to be out. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'll do it, or I'll see you next week. But I am 100% committed to my vision of helping you, whoever's watching this, get to the next level in your life or your business by stop fucking around. And I'm being very serious right now. Stop fucking around. Stop wasting time. Do the things that make you feel happy and make you feel empowered. But if they are not conducive, and this is important, empowerment, make sure that whatever it is that you're doing is not making you feel yucky at the end of the day or making you feel like a failure or like a loser because you're not doing the things that you need to do. If it's not conducive to your vision, then you need to reevaluate either your vision, is it really important to you, or whatever the fuck it is you're doing. Because life is not going to wait for you, okay? And, well, I believe in reincarnation and all that shit, so you might be coming back and relearning the things, but this life, right now, the one you have, is here to teach you something. And your lessons are going to repeat themselves over and over and over again until you learn it. So might as well pay attention, open your eyes, and do the things that are really going to get you to where you want to be, because you have the power to do it. You have the power to get whatever life you want, and this is not positive thinking bullshit. This is me letting you know that when you really believe and when you're really committed to one idea, it's going to happen, because there's no way it won't. In the words of Paulo Coelho, the Brazilian author, the universe conspires in your favor. Okay? So stop bullshitting around. You can do this. Whatever this is, you can do this, because there's no way you are going to not make it. It might just take you a little longer if you keep monkeying around, but you're going to make it. And let us know in the comments what you want to do. Let us know in the comments the support that you need. Declare that shit. Let everybody know, because that is part of your self-care. Letting your vision be known so that people can help you out, that is part of you loving yourself to the point of putting yourself out of your comfort zone and not being afraid of people saying, you're fucking crazy, girl or boy. Okay? So, once again, to recap, the difference between self-care and procrastination is simple. It's the purpose. It's what are you doing it for? Not why are you doing it. What are you doing it for? Where is it getting you? Is it getting you closer to where you want to be, or is it getting you further away from it? And the answer to that question is going to help you move forward in the direction that you need to take. So that's my invitation to you. Start asking yourself when you're feeling a little yucky, a little, this doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm wasting my time. You probably are. But ask yourself, what am I doing this for? And the answer will guide you, okay? So that is my invitation for you today. My other invitation is you're still on time to sign up for the masterclass. If you haven't, I am talking about over 20 experts that are talking to you on the topics of empowerment, success, authenticity. And I am going to drop a comment here, and you can sign up today to get all the replays at the end of the series. There's actually a replay on Sunday, so make sure you get that out. Yesterday's speakers, tomorrow's speakers, everyone's been fucking amazing, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. Shannon Z, love you, girly. Mwah. Have a great day. Happy Tuesday, everyone, and happy spring. Okay, bye-bye.